In this presentation, we'll go over ServiceNow, looking at the process of the interface, letting you know how the software runs. There, we will look at different types of content that you'll find in forms, lists, and the home page. So let's look at ServiceNow by typing in the address bar, servicenow.asu.edu. And when prompted, enter in your ASU Right ID and password. And here on the home page, you'll see news articles and areas where you can look up service tickets, check on tickets that are assigned to you, group projects that are not assigned to one team member, and group projects that are assigned to me. At the top is a search engine that will look up items that are in certain modules. This is a production page. It is not really recommended to use as a practice page, but there is a place where you can practice how to use ServiceNow. In the address bar, type in ASU test.service-now.com, and this will take you to the ASU service page that is set up just like the production page. But this is a practice page where you learn how to use ServiceNow. You can tell that this is a practice page by the gold bar that is across the top. If this was the production page, you'll see that it has a maroon bar. Here is the application navigator, the banner, and the content area. We'll be going over each section individually. Starting at the top with the banner, the top right is a gear where the system settings are at, giving you some options on how you view parts of ServiceNow. Next, on the left side of the page is the application navigator. This is how you will launch into different items within ServiceNow. The application is a collection of modules that are linked to forms that you can use to edit records or items. At the top is a text field that you can type in a word into that text field, where the navigator will find everything associated to that word. The star is an indicator, meaning that when you click on it, is considered now a favorite. And so you can create a list of favorites, which now will be under the star marked as favorites. Under the clock is your history section. Whatever pages that you've been to is now within this history section. On the home page itself, there is a search option at the top that will search ServiceNow globally for the word that you've entered into the search engine, relevant records, and group by application. A form is where you're going to see, create, or edit data in a record. On this form is tables of data records that require information can be entered. Across the top, you'll find a back button, more controls button, which when clicked, you can save and do a few more options within more options. Paperclip icon, which adds any attachments to this current record. A show activity button shows all updates, if any, to that record. Next to the paperclip is three dots. When clicked, they will show a pre-made templates to help you start in writing your record or add tags to your record given updates to the record. You'll find sections like update to update the records or close task to close it. You can also find these buttons at the bottom of the record. When filling out the record, there are required fields that are indicated in red asterisks. To continue, these fields must be filled out. There are reference fields that can be populated by either standard fields, which means all accepted values that is entered in it, or reference fields, which already has data in the database. All is needed is finding it by clicking on the magnifying glass and typing in keyword or name. Whenever you see the letter I in a circle, these are information bubbles. It'll give you information to help fill out the sections that they are next to. You'll find some fields with locks on them, where you can unlock and add yourself to the work list and add others to the list if need be. All this can be saved when you right-click on the top bar. It will give you a list of other options, namely a place where you can save the record to ServiceNow and add more to it later. We will now look at the content list. Remember, this is a training version of ServiceNow. In the production version of ServiceNow, this will be populated differently. Across the top are information telling you how to navigate through the data to get to the record that you're looking for. By clicking on the name of the list, you can manipulate the view of the list to your liking. For more control settings is a gear on the top left where you can add or remove items to your liking. Each column has an additional controls to sort out how you see the listings, as well as creating a pie or bar charts. With these, you can export them for other uses such as Excel, CSV, or PDF formats. When you hover over the eye, it will show you a preview of the task itself, and it can quickly jump into the task if need be. When highlighting any of the columns, right-clicking on them will open a menu to show the matching records with the same value, filter out records without that selected value, copy a URL to the clipboard for a form view of the record, assign a tag to a record, assign to me so it will be in your ownership, and show live feed. This will show all the notes from this record. Now in the homepage itself, if you want to go ahead and add new content, you click on the Add Content button. After a second of the content getting loaded up, it will give you different types of modules you can go ahead and add on to the actual homepage itself, like a text search button. And then you would go ahead and it gives you a choice of where on the homepage itself you can add to it. I'm going to go ahead and click on the bottom, just to give you an idea. And it'll give you the whole bottom half of the section as a text search. Say for instance, if you want to go ahead and have gadgets. And then we're going to go ahead and click on gadgets news, and it gives you a little idea of what it could be. I'm going to go ahead and click it right there on the side. And now it'll give you a news feed here on the side. You can have multiple home pages. If you go ahead and click on the plus sign there, it'll give you a new home page, and to look at all your different home pages or different types of pages, click down and you have the listing right there. I'm going to go ahead, let's go back to the original home page. If you want to go ahead and change your layout, you can click on this button, the change layout. And you can go ahead and set up and change your layout by clicking on any of the options here on the left hand side.